Got it.
Oh my gosh, now I got to figure out how to sit. Okay. Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun for everybody? God. So we went live. Hi, everybody. So we went live, and then Alan says to me, "Are you on wireless? Are you wired?" And I said, "No, I'm on wireless." And he said, "You don't want to be on wireless. You got to turn that off because it's choppy on Facebook." And so I'm like, "Well, yeah, but can we do that while we're live already?" Yeah. No. Apparently you can't. So we learned something today, right? Mistakes are good. You learn from mistakes and then you don't make them again. So hi everybody. I am so sorry that we did that. Margie says you scared me. I don't know if you mean me, but if you mean us, I'm so sorry. Yeah, if you could have seen what happened over here, I had to go take a shower. I was sweating like crazy from all the nerves from that one. So hi, how is everybody doing on this Thursday evening? It's been a whole week since we've been here, and I've missed you guys. Let's see who's here tonight. Christine is here. Angel is here. Hello. Sue D. Barbara is here from Connecticut. Margie. Hey, Margie. Kathy Planter from Texas. M. Basil. Found my way back. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. That's the thing, too. It wouldn't let me restart the same presentation again, so I had to reset it up again. That was lots of fun. Lori Langemeyer's here. Hey, girl. Deborah from New York. Elsie is here from Ontario. Alan is dropping things and drawing my attention.
Why are you blaming me for everything?
Carl is here from Calgary, Alberta. Hello, Margie's here. Stephanie Sharples. Yes, we are back. Thank you so much. Donna. Teresa Jarvis. Teresa, are you the one that just sent me a message? I think somebody just sent me a message and said that they got their glass mat, but it was missing pawn magnets. And for some reason, I think that may have been Teresa Jarvis. So we will get you a set of magnets out. So everybody, I know you guys are everybody's wondering, hey, we saw some of the glass mats go out. Is mine shipping too? We got a small portion of our inventory that we're expecting in. And we haven't received it all. So when we ship everything, whether it's the glass mats or anything else, we ship as the orders come in. So first come, first serve. So we did get some of those shipped, and now we're waiting for more glass mats to arrive. So if yours hasn't shipped yet, please be patient with us. We are trying to get them as fast as we can from our manufacturer. There was a little bit of an unforeseen obstacle in our path, so we're working to get that resolved and get those glass mats here as quickly as possible. So let's see, who else is here? Marianne is here from Pennsylvania. Susan from Oregon. Oh, Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. So many people. Terry Wiegand from South Carolina. Ann is here. Lita, can't wait for mine to ship. I know, I can't wait for yours to ship too. Terry Daniel's here too, and Jennifer. Got your ledger stamp yesterday. That's awesome. All right, everybody, Terry's in Colorado. So, okay, I could do that for like the next 20 minutes. I love seeing everybody. Michelle is here from California. Vicki from Arizona. Diane Curtis waving hello. Okay, we're going to get rolling because we do have a lot to do tonight. I wanted to play with some of the items from our spring collection that I haven't got to play with yet. And so I thought, we're going to have a night of no coloring, no painting. Actually, we've had a lot of those nights because I do a lot of layering and stuff and stenciling. But anyway, so there's going to be no coloring, no painting. I'm not even doing any stamping on this card. It's literally die cutting, but we're also going to do a little bit of paper piecing. So hope you guys are going to enjoy that. So we're going to go ahead and switch the cameras. I got to move things over here a little bit. So I have a big spread of stuff here, and I'm going to make sure that I show you guys everything in the proper order, everything that we're going to do. So
where are we going?
We're going to go to two. Second camera. Okay. So here we are. This is a glass mat for everybody who was asking what are you talking about? Oh, Terry, you got yours at Simple Pleasures in Colorado Springs. Very, very nice. Okay, so this is the glass mat. For anybody who's wondering what it is, it's not even just glass. It's fully 100% magnetic on the entire surface. But it is a wonderful smooth glass, so you can do all your paint mixing, and you don't have to worry about scratching it or cutting it or getting your inks on it. Everything's going to clean off really nicely. You got the beautiful grid, the gorgeous florals all around, and it's nice and big. And it's not going to be one of those tiny little things like this where you can't even get your full project in. This is big enough to get your project and a lot of your supplies all in one space. It's wonderful. It also comes with the ruler. And it's supposed to come with magnets. If yours, if you were one of the few, I think we've had 2 people so far that were missing something. One person was missing, didn't get their magnets, and one people didn't get the rulers. So we do have extra rulers on the way so that we can send replacements. We do have more magnets on the way too, so that we could send magnets. For the person who just sent me that message today, I think we do have a set of magnets that we can send you, so you won't have to wait for those. But anyway, we're going to move on. So I said I wanted to work with something from the new collection, and I thought it would be really fun to work with these dies. Now, when these dies, these are large dies, so these are part of our large die collection. When I decided I wanted these, I started out in scrapbooking, then I moved into card making, and so I'm really enjoying scrapbooking again, especially mini albums, but I'm really enjoying doing scrapbook pages again. And so I wanted to have some dies that were going to be universal, some dies that we could use in scrapbooking because they were large enough to use in scrapbooking, but also small enough to use in card making. And would do some really pretty, layering and stuff with them. So I thought it was great to have some really gorgeous large flower dies, and then the leafy dies that will go, they can be used alone or together. And then, of course, you gotta have butterflies. So we have 2 butterflies, one with, both wings, and then one from the side view where the butterfly is in flight. So they're really, really pretty. It shows on the back exactly what these are going to look like when they're cut. And I just love these. And so you can see in those white areas, that's where we're going to do some paper piecing. So I actually didn't end up working with the large butterfly dies. I ended up using just these 2 on my card, but I was planning on using these. So what else are we going to do? I wanted a sentiment, and like I said, I didn't want to do any stamping. I just wanted to do all dies tonight. I thought that would be fun. And so I pulled the large word spring sentiments. There's 8 dies in total in here, so you're going to get, the 4 word dies, plus each one has a shadow die. So that is a lot of fun. It's a really cute and fun font that we have on there, and everything's connected within each one of those sentiments, which I love. I think that's really fun. Then I decided I needed, or wanted, because I was going to do some paper piecing, I wanted to work with our new Favorite Things papers. I love this collection. I've been doing some mini albums with this. I've done some scrapbook pages with this already, and so this is going to be the first time that I'm actually working and making a card with it. So you're going to find when you look at this collection, this is the 6x6. We also have 4x9, which is fantastic for mini albums, and then we have the 12x12s of the papers as well for your scrapbook pages, or if you just want to have larger images on there. And let's see, I would open this up, and I've already been using it, but you can see this whole Favorite Things is all filled, literally pulled, like this, the idea of this kind of started with, the song, Favorite Things that you hear in like The Sound of Music. And we were thinking of kind of those kinds of things and thought, what if we did something that was like for spring and summer, but all of your favorite things that you think of from your childhood, like, bomb pops and popsicles, and we've got waffle cones here and ice skates, and from the little carousels and circus tents and everything. The whole thing is all just fun summer things like watermelon and lemons, and it's just really fun. So, all right, so we're going to get started with some die cutting. So I had to pull some papers, and the 2 or 3, let me see, how many did I pull? I pulled 3 papers from the Favorite Things. So I went with, now these are all double-sided. And so like this one is really pretty kind of shell-like with this green and blue. When you flip that over, you actually you can cut this into like little tags and stuff that you can use in your mini albums and on your cards for journaling and stuff. Really fun. But if you don't need that and you want to use the pattern, I decided that this green would be really, really fun for the leaves, for the leaf die. And then I pulled these 2. This one has adorable kites all over it, and then this one is little stars, and I thought those would be really pretty for the flowers. And then I just went to my cardstock and found a pink that I thought looked really nice. There is some darker pink in here, so I liked that pink with it. That's what I'm going to use for my card base. This is actually my card base right here. So we'll talk about that in a moment. And then I also pulled a pretty blue that happens to be close. It's not perfect, but it coordinates and it looks great. That actually I'm going to be using with that. Doesn't that look cool together? I think those are so pretty. There's actually, Alan, do you want to zoom in? Let's zoom in. See the blue in this? And the blue looks so pretty with that. So I thought it would be really nice to bring out the blue. So I didn't have too much green. And then my sentiment is done in black. So we're going to go ahead and let me grab my dies. So here are my dies. I started adding these to, oh boy, that's a little too close up now. I started adding, I'm filling out my storage boxes. Will you zoom out, Alan?
Sure.
Thanks. Well, I started filling up my storage boxes, the new Luxe storage that we have that's available at HSN. And you will see that we're going to have that like later in May. You will see the items on our website. But right now you can get a phenomenal price on the full bundle at hsn.com. But anyway, I went ahead and I started, I'm doing this little by little because I have a lot of product. A lot of craft supplies, so it's going to take me a little while to get mine organized the way that I want them. And so I started organizing. I'm kind of organizing them as I use them. It seems to be the easiest way for me because I can't sit down for hours and do it. But anyway, so I have both my large leaf, my large flower die and my large leaf on one of the magnetic sheets. It is on one of my Cling and Store inserts, and then on the back I actually put the butterflies, so I'll be putting another label on here to indicate that I have the butterflies in here as well. And then of course they're in the little pocket that they go in, and they're going to be just wonderful in my little storage box. And so that's the only one that I had time to label today. But the others I've got in there. So other dies that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be working with this is our Delicate Stitches scallop rectangle. And that I have the oval on the back. And then since I was working or just pulling the Delicate Stitches, I went ahead and grabbed my squares and circles and got those on one of my magnet sheets. And then here is my wonderful, the spring sentiments that you see right here, the large word spring sentiments. So I will be getting everything labeled, actually probably right after I'm done tonight. I'll run those through my little labeler. So this is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to grab, let me see. Okay. Now, Alan's going to be doing some die cutting for me tonight, and there is going to be quite a bit of die cutting. I shouldn't say quite a bit, but everything is die cutting instead of, stamping and coloring. So I'm going to start with an A2 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to have Alan go ahead and zoom back in. I'm going to start with an A2 piece of cardstock, and A2 is, of course, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to leave it this size. This should fit perfectly right over the front of my card base, all right? My card base is actually a top folding, like tent fold, and so this was an 8 1/2 by 11. I cut it at 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2. So I'm going to set my card base aside, and we're going to start with this. First thing that I want to pull out is going to be, yes, Alan is going to be busy die cutting tonight. He's going to have to get up in a moment and come over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my dies off of here. I didn't end up using the large leaf die. I only used the smaller one, but I did use the 2 flowers, or I am going to use the 2 flowers. I've already played with this a little bit and created a little mock-up, so I know I wanted to make sure it was all going to work. So, all right, so first thing I'm going to do is get this one ready for Alan. So on my, this is the one that has, of course, the little kites on it. So I'm just going to cut this. I'm literally just going to trim around it and set this piece aside for if I want to use it later. And Alan's eventually going to pay attention and get up and come over here. So maybe.
I was saying hello to Bill.
Okay, so let me think. All right, I'm gonna lay this down. I like to cut with the blades down because it makes it so that it saves my, my plate from warping. So blade side down, I'm gonna let Alan go ahead and cut that, and then he'll hand that entire sandwich to me. I'm gonna go ahead and set, what's wrong, Alan?
Nothing.
I could have had you do this one at the same time. That was kind of like, I'm a goofball. So I'm gonna get that one ready, and then I'm also gonna do one of my leaves here. All right, and I'm trimming around them because now I can put those two on the plate together.
Your sandwich is ready.
My sandwich is ready. You're hilarious. I think Alan woke up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't want everything to fall out of here, so I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna leave everything in there. Okay.
Then what?
Well, I'm just gonna carefully set it down
put it on
somewhere.
paper or
Yeah, I'm gonna
something?
pull this off and set this down
Oh,
just for now,
good idea.
while I give these other two to Alan. And I know some people are going to be saying, oh, why don't you use that sticky whatever wrap stuff that I have over there? I could do that, but I'm not going to. I don't feel like dealing with sticky wrap stuff. I don't like doing that, but
The music? Or
I don't, no, not, wow, okay, if that wasn't a dad joke, I don't know what is. Okay, so he's going to do that one for me real quick, and I'm going to go ahead, and you guys are going to think I'm like goofy, but this is actually what I'm going to do. Where's my glue? All right, so on the back side of this, I can see where the petals are. And yeah, this is how I did it. So you guys are going to think I'm a little bit nuts. All right, just set that one down.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Here. All right.
It's your other sandwich.
I know, I want him to get all of these cut, so let me
Can I
do
have your
this.
sandwich?
Huh?
Can I have half your sandwich?
No, just give me a moment. So I'm going to get this off of here. You're probably going to have to come back because I don't want to take that out of there. I know that the flour one's going to come out, so I'm going to flip that over. Oops, pieces of it did come out. See, that's what I didn't want to happen. All right, well, that's all right. I might as well pop them all out now. We're going to do paper piecing the old-fashioned way. Get all this out of there. Okay. And I'm just going to put these over here. That's one flower right there. I am going to get them out of this one. This is my little leaf because I want Alan to run the leaf through again. Come on. Come out of there. All right. This little leaf piece here, I'm going to save this because I'm not actually going to use that. I'm going to, well, you'll see what I'll do in a minute. But I'm going to get the little pieces out of here so that Alan can run it through again.
I could have done that for you.
You can?
Yeah.
Oops. Whoops, they're flying everywhere. They're everywhere,
Do you need
everywhere.
those?
Yeah, I do need these. I need these, yeah. I do need those.
That's why you didn't give them to me.
Yes, that's why I didn't give them to you. They'd end up all over the room.
Yeah, like that die we still haven't found.
Yeah, what'd you do with that?
I fixed your problem.
You fixed my problem?
Yeah, I brought you another one.
This is true. Okay, so these are the pieces from one leaf. I'm going to set those aside. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, all those little pieces. But that's paper piecing. I actually find it relaxing. So now I'm going to set this up so he can do another one. There we go.
Is this the correct side?
Huh?
This is
Yeah.
the correct side?
Yeah. Okay, now this one has like a ton of little pieces that I don't want to have to deal with. So this one, you're going to laugh at me probably, but I can see where all the little pieces, my negative pieces are. And so I'm going to actually put a little bit of glue on them while they're in my die here. I think I cut it all the way through. We'll find out. If I didn't, then I'll start over again because I don't care. It's just paper, right? Nothing's going to be terribly wrong if it doesn't work out. I can do it again. Okay. So I got all those on there. And now I'm going to lay this down. And I'm going to press it down because I want those pieces to adhere, and then I'm going to lift it off. And that way the pieces are going to be where I need them to be. Will's saying you didn't cut it through. We'll see. I may not have. If I didn't cut it through, guess what I have over here? I have another piece that I can start all over with. So, you know, maybe I'm setting up for a fail. Or maybe I'm setting up to show you how you fix something, you know, when you mess up.
That's true.
Okay?
You never do that.
So the only thing that kind of stinks about this is I do have to kind of hold this in place a little bit. And just till it starts to dry. All right. Now I'm going to kind of pop this through a little bit and see if I can poke these pieces off of here. Peel this off. And of course I got glue where I didn't want glue. Boy, I hope this works as clean as it did when I did this the first time. You guys just sitting there. I saw some people saying, oh, I'm stealing this. I'm going to use this. Well, you know what? We'll see if it works.
Well, hold the die.
Yeah, I know, and push the paper, but I can see that some of them aren't holding.
Let me do that.
No, it's all right. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, I gotta let them dry a little bit longer because I can see it. Okay, I'm going to let that one go. I'm just going to let that sit and dry because you guys literally don't want to sit and watch glue dry, right? And we're going to undo this one. Here's my little leaf. Here's one leaf. All right, so here we go. Here's flower, leaf, and then here's the other leaf. Peel this one up. And I'm going to save that because I'll use it on another project. And now I'm just going to get these little pieces out. See, the leaf isn't as forgiving because it's a solid die, so it's not as forgiving. I can't really do as cleanly the idea that I did with the flower there because I can't just kind of pull the pieces out of there easily. Let's see, it's right here. Nope, this one. This one doesn't want to come out. Oh, it's because I pierced the paper. What a goofball. I pierced right through the paper. There we go. Woo! That was kind of fun. There we go, I'll get that one out. All right, I got them all. So I'm going to let that sit there. Put my die back. And let's address this one and see how we did. Push them through. Got these little center pieces here too. Those little center ones I didn't put glue on those. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ta-da! So all my little pieces are there. Now those little center ones I'm going to get rid of, those tiny little dots that were in the middle. I don't care about those. And then I still have my little floral here, the flower, the outline, that when you see how cool this looks, it's really pretty. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So that, with these, is going to be a whole other card. I just think it's so pretty. So I'm going to set those aside. And if we have time, maybe we'll put something together. But I have these down on here now. Where did Alan go?
I'm right here.
Okay. Now I'm going to start. Oh, I got to sneeze. I need my solid cardstock now. So I'm not going to actually use this one, this pretty little pink flower. I'm going to have solid surrounding the leaves and surrounding the pattern paper. So I've got, where's my pink? Here's my pink. Where's my die? So Alan, if you will do me a big favor, I'm going to use the pink. Where's another pink? Actually, you know what? Let me just get another piece here. And we'll run these through together. So out of my dark pink solid cardstock, we're going to cut the large flower and the small flower. So there's the large, and there's the small. And then he's going to run those through for me. Let's go that way, maybe. There you go. Oh, you can line that up again. And then from the blue, we're going to cut the leaf die twice. Because I need, remember I had, this is what I had in the pattern, but I don't want these in pattern. I want those in solid. And then the same thing goes with the flowers. I want those to be solid. So, oh, you don't need to turn those over. Okay. What happened? What happened? Okay. It's okay if these ones, is that proper? It's okay if that falls apart.
You've been watching Festus too much.
Yes, Festus is, oh my goodness. Okay, so now we have the leaf, all right? Alan's gonna cut that twice out of blue. And I don't need you to be oh no. Will you get me that piece that just fell on the floor? I got pieces falling on the floor. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these dark pink pieces out. This is what I want right here. That one goes with the little stars. And let's see. Getting all these dark pieces out. And you can save these pieces if you wanted to do the opposite with those the other outlines that I have. But I would probably just use those by themselves right over top of white. There we go. Let's get these little pieces here out. Alan, do you want to bring the garbage can over?
Wait a second.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so this one goes with the flowers, with the little kites that I had on there. Sorry, I'm going to clean this up a little bit here. Here we go. Excellent. Oh, and you've already cleared that out for me, so here's one of my leaves in blue.
Is that all you want from it?
Yeah, that's all I want, is that outline. Oh, the pointer thing? Yes. Okay. And so now I'm going to start building this up. Here's my little flower that can go up there. So here, this is going to outline and lay right over. So this is like reverse paper pasting. Look how great that's going to fit. Love it. So I'm going to go ahead and get some adhesive on that. I say this all the time. You guys are probably sick of me saying it, but I like a white glue that dries clear. That way I can see where I'm putting it on. I can see how much I have and where I've put it on. But if it ends up squeezing outside of, the little area that I'm working with, it'll dry clear and I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down over the top now. Now when I did this, I'll tell you a little secret. Hold on. Uh-oh, wait a minute. There we go. Got to get it to line up right. There we go. Now I intentionally lined it up so that this largest, longest leaf or petal went out to the side, because that gave me, it's like a little indicator of where, so I knew, it gave me a place to hold it, because I knew I wasn't going to be putting any adhesive there, and it was just easy, made it easy to line it up. So that goes right off the card, and I'm going to end up trimming that, so that's good. So there's that. So this one we're going to do more like traditional paper pasting, where I'm going to adhere this piece down. and then I'm going to paper piece into it. So that's going to be, you know, had it not fallen apart on me when I pulled it out of the die, you know, off the die, or not die, but off of the plate, I would have done it like I did the first one. But that's okay. Get my adhesive on here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go just like that. All right. Now, I have my second little leaf. I'm just going to put my leaves and the little inner pieces up there. Now I'm going to go ahead and start paper piecing into here, and I'm going to use one of these little tools. You've seen these things all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over all of these so the little pink stars are facing up. I like to lay it in first and make sure I know which one goes where. Before I put that adhesive in there, because there's nothing worse than, you know, you think it's going to go in a spot and then it doesn't. So let's see. I need, is it this one? I think it's this one right here. I think that one, no, let's see where that's going to fit. Perfect, it fits right there. So, oh, for goodness sake. I'm going to go ahead, put some adhesive in here, pick that up and lay it in. There we go. That easy. Where does this one go? Right there. All right. It's much easier with these little tools, I'll tell you. Let me get my little centerpiece in. Now the center does have to go a certain way, so I'm going to kind of turn this around a little bit until it looks like it's going to lay right. There we go. Which piece is this? This one. Is it here? No. No. There it is, right there. It's kind of like putting together a sticky puzzle. And then this one I think goes over here. Yeah, that's going to go there. There we go. Which one is this? It goes right there. Isn't it so cute? I think it's fun. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. I had that in the wrong one. That's going to go actually up there. Oh no! I need a little sharp tool to get that out of there before it dries. Come on, you. There you go. I think it goes over here. I'm going to lay that in with my fingers instead. It doesn't even go there. It goes here. Oh, what a goofball. See, that's why you lay it in there first. Crafting real time. Okay. This one goes here. I've already got adhesive in there. Nope, that doesn't go there. This is crazy. Get some glue in there. It is easier with the tool. And this glue dries so fast, that's why you have to keep putting more in there. Okay, there you go. Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable already? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. And I think I'm going to put that kind of like that. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same kind of thing where I just adhere this down. ahead and wipe this excess off so it doesn't dry onto my mat, getting glue all over, but I can wipe that up later. That's the beauty of having a glass mat. I can just wipe, just with some water, I can clean up that glue later. Okay, so here I've got more pieces. I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I'm going to turn all these over and figure out where they go. So let's see. This large one goes right here. I can see that. So some of it's going off of the card, and that's okay because I'm going to be trimming. Hold that down there. There we go. That one looks like it goes right there. I like having them go off the edge because then it looks like we've just kind of cut into, or kind of have like a, you know, a little more of a realistic scene when it's right off the edge like that. I think it's really pretty. It goes that way. There we go. Look how pretty those colors are. I just think it's so gorgeous. I love it. All right, let's see. Is this the one goes here? No, that's not the one. That one I don't need. That one is right here. This is the one that goes over here. I'll lay that on there. I'm going to hold that for just a moment. There we go. And this piece I don't need, so I'm going to set that over there so I don't keep grabbing that one. There we go. I love doing this. I think it's so relaxing. This is the kind of thing where you can actually think about other stuff or just put some music on when you're doing it. I don't know that I would do like, you know, like 50 of these or anything for like Christmas cards, but it's still very relaxing. What, Alan?
Nothing, I was just thinking I could probably do
You
that.
could do this. I bet you could. I bet you could, my dear. That one in there.
I'm not sure if I would
And then that one.
be trusted with glue, though.
You wouldn't be trusted with glue. There we go. Look how pretty. Ah! I like it. I like it. Hey, Mikey. All right, and that one's going to go like here. Where's my glue? It's right here. Comes together quickly. There we go. I don't know if I need to put glue. Yeah, I do need a little bit up here. Just gonna get that excess off. Wipe that on a cloth that I have over here on the side. There we go. And then here's my little bits. So go ahead and just get my little bits all turned over so that I can see their proper shape. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the ones I don't need. Like this one goes here, so I don't need it. Let's get rid of that one. And I don't need this one here. I think that one is this one. Yep, so that I don't need either. So these are all the pieces that I do need. So I'm going to go ahead and start here. And that's kind of that wider shape there. Next I've got this one. Nope, not that one. Which one is it? It's this one here. All right. Work my way up. There we go. Wrong one. That one right there. Some of them look very similar in shape, so you want to make sure that you do have the right one before you lay it in there, especially if you have a glue that dries kind of quick like mine does. It's not very forgiving if you let it sit there for a moment. There we go. And then this one, I'm just going to put glue in both of those because they're little. 1, 2. Doesn't it come together quick?
It does with that tool.
Well, these tools are awesome. It's like a little jewelry tool. I think it was like for jewelry like for your nails or something. For people who do that stuff with their nails.
Oh.
And then,
Bejeweled?
yeah, that
Is
kind
that
of,
what they call it?
something like that, yeah. There we go. So that's it with those. Okay. It is so pretty. I think it's just great. I love it. Okay, so next up, I want this to dry. We're going to be doing a little bit of die cutting next after I trim it, but I want to give it a moment to dry. So I'm going to fix what I got going on over here. And put this away because I do not want to lose dies. So look at that, dies on both sides. It's heavy, but it works. And so now these are my delicate stitches. It's delicate stitched scallop dies. This is the rectangle, and then we have the ovals and squares and circles. So for this one, I'm using the rectangles. Let me see if these are dry. I'm going to start elsewhere. So when you look at, when I said elsewhere, I'm not going to start in this corner because that one's drying. So in my head, I was thinking this one. But when you turn it over, you can see how everything's just like overhanging. So once it's dry, if you just take your scissors and trim those, you know, all is good. If I was going to use it that way, I could really spend the time doing that. But I'm going to be cutting through this with a die, so I don't have to. But my point is, this is the best way to do it looking from the back if you were just going to use it, you know, all the way to the edge. But since this fits, maybe not totally, but I'm just going to trim this off then so it fits better. So I'm not going to waste time trimming those off because I'm going to cut them off with the die anyway as soon as Alan realizes that I'm talking about him.
What?
And I'm going to use this large rectangle. And this should, I'm going to cut it with the blade going up. Normally I cut with the blade going down, but I am going to cut with the blade going up. And what I'm going to do is cut into this just like so. So this die is slightly smaller than an A2 size. So I'm going to flip it over so the die is pointing up, but I am going to tape this.
Thank you.
Because Alan will be like not happy if I don't. So
No, you won't be happy with me.
I'm actually going to flip the lid over and tape it this way so that I'm taping it exactly the way I want it to be.
Why are you doing it upside down this time?
Well, I'm doing it with the blade side up because it's going to cut through more layers.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so we're cutting through more layers. So now when I flip this over, the blade is pointing up, right? And we're cutting through more layers. So I want that blade to be closer to the pressure of the roller. So I want the blade up. That is going to cause my my plate to warp just a little bit, but I'll just flip it over, and once I run it through another couple of times with the blade down, it'll be perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and cut that. And then I'm going to need this. You should have turned it on an angle a little bit, Alan.
Turned what?
That was my fault. Just go ahead and do it, because now you're rocking and rolling. Push it through. There you go. Sorry, I'm helping. There you go. Okay. One of the things too is if you kind of turn it at an angle like that, which I never remember to do. All right, let's see if that cut through. Sometimes you might have to run it through a second time. I'm going to see how we did because I have a lot of layers. Looks to me like it cut through. By golly, I think it did.
Look on the top. Oh, we're looking on the top.
Yeah. No, we're going to run it again.
Okay.
You know what I think I'm going to do?
No, we
Yeah. No, we're going to run that through again a second time. You may have to shim it. I should have turned it a little bit on an angle, but we're going to run it through a second time. We're cutting through, I think,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, we're cutting through this Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock, which is good and heavy. Plus, we're cutting through a whole other layer of cardstock. That one went through. I can see that that went through the second time. So sometimes you just got to do it again. Yeah, somebody says shim needed. I think that's Angel. And yeah, I would have shimmed it if that didn't work that second time. I am reluctant to shim because sometimes when you shim, the sandwich gets too tight and you can actually damage, you know, like if you're really struggling to crank that through, you can damage the machine, you could damage your rollers, you can damage your plates, you know, and so I'm reluctant to shim beyond what the manufacturer's instructions are. Now hold on, Alan. Don't go anywhere. So now we're going to peel these pieces up. See how much I cut through? It's really nice. These dies are great. This one is a little bit funky over here, so let's see. If it didn't cut all the way through, you might have to just pull a little bit. Oh, you know what? This is because my glue is still wet. Ooh. That's okay. I'm just going to pull it. There we go. And it looks really beautiful. Look how great that is. All right, so now we don't need that. Now I want to frame this piece. So I'm going to take another piece of my white cardstock, and I need the plate. I am going to cut blade side down this time. I'm going to angle it so it's easier for Alan to put it through the machine. And I'm also going to put the next die in it. Now let me show you what I'm doing. The outer die has a blade for the scallop on the outside, but it does not have a blade on the inside. It has stitching but no blade. The next nested die has the blade on the outside and a blade on the inside. So I want this blade that's right here on the outside so I can make a frame when I nest the two. So I'll have a blade for the scallop, I'll have the stitch, and then I'll have the next blade. All right. I'm going to end up with a second little frame that I can save and use later as well. So I'm going to go ahead and line these up. I'm going to give that a little tape. I should have kept my tape from a moment ago, but I failed miserably on that.
But you designed them this way intentionally.
Yes, we designed them this way intentionally so that you can have a frame or not have a frame. If you want to mat with it, you can, where it doesn't cut out the center like this. So with that outer die, had we put the blade on the inside and the outside, I wouldn't have this beautiful shape. It would have cut the center out, and I don't want to do that. So I wanted that next cut to be optional, and it's optional if you use the nested die. So let's put that to the side. Peel up my tape. I'm going to set this aside because there's nothing wrong with that. I can use that again. And now when I flip these over, you can see how they cut. Isn't that pretty? So I have the frame that I wanted. And then with this next piece, look what I have. I can use this. I can set this aside and use this in a little mini album if I want, or on a scrapbook page, or even on a card. I mean, if I want to pop that up in the center of a card and put my sentiments on it, or whatever it is, if I want to make a tag out of it. And then out of this smaller piece, I have another little frame because that piece happens to have both an inner and an outer blade. So just by cutting these two dies together, I ended up with 2 frames, and then I ended up with another little piece that I can mat or use a sentiment or something on. So I'm going to set these 2 pieces aside with all my little flower pieces here because I can work on another card with those. And what I need for this card is this outer or larger frame. And so this larger frame, I'm going to line up my scallops with the under the first piece, and they're going to line up just like that, really pretty. And then it gives it a nice little frame. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. There we go. I really love, you know, we brought out this new set of nested dies with the rectangles, the circle, we have the square, and that fat oval. I call it a fat oval because it's a nice big fat oval that allows you to put, you know, characters and flowers and stuff in there because there's enough room for it. Did I get adhesive on there all the way? I wasn't really paying attention. But I love these new dies. They replaced other dies that we had in our collection because I was ready for something new and fresh. And I just think they're really pretty. Nice and delicate with that little stitch. Make sure that all adheres. Now, isn't that just so cute? I mean, seriously, isn't that adorable? Adorbs.
It looks really cool.
It's pretty. It almost looks kind of quilted.
Yeah.
So from here, here's my card base, right? Look how pretty that looks, because I used the same pink for the flowers that I did for the card base. I'm going to put some foam around this. Here's my foam. Big honkin' piece of foam. This might be a little big. Just a little bit. Get a nice foundation, the back of it. Just like that. Look how pretty that is. It's all framed out nicely. Okay. All right, now let's see if I can line this up without sticking my head in the camera. Ah! So springy. There we go. There you go. You got that little bit of dimension on it now. Make sure I put it on there in the correct direction. Get all my garbage over here. And then last, I have a sentiment. So I already cut, I just can't get this, there we go. I already cut the sentiment. This is from the large word spring sentiments. And the one that I did was, "You're the spring in my step." Isn't that cute? And this is what it looks like when you cut it. Okay, this is just the sentiment itself. And then this here is the little shadow. So it would go just like this. I'm going to go ahead and adhere those together. I like this little pop of black on here too. Well, not just against it like that. That doesn't look good. But I like that little bit of black. I think it really stands out. I did try it first with like a darker pink and a darker blue, and it just didn't pop as much. I didn't like it as much. Did I not get the little E piece? There you go. I was missing that little piece out of the E right there. Looked like I didn't get that. Let's put some adhesive in here. I like working with liquid glue because it gives me time to move this and kind of align it nicely. The only problem is if I take too long putting the glue on the piece, then I almost have to start over because it starts to dry. small price to pay. Make sure I got this. Do I have that in the right direction? Yeah. Thought I might have it upside down for a moment. Lay that on there. Looks good. Look how pretty. That really pops with the shadow behind it. All right, so I'm not going to glue that flat on the card. I am going to do, with my scissors, a little bit of foam on the back, just to give that some dimension. And then I think I kind of like it down, maybe here. I don't like it perfectly center. I like it off a little bit so I can still see the flowers and all that pattern. But I like that separation from the edge. I think that's pretty. Very cute. A quick, simple little card. You're the spring in my step, and you can put something pretty on the inside. And it's just really all about that gorgeous paper piecing that looks like quilt, like a quilted pattern. I think it is just gorgeous. I love that. Yay! I love when a plan comes together. Yay! Okay, Alan, you want to switch the camera back up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yay! I'm happy, happy, happy as can be with that. I think it's really cute. It looks really springy. I like it. And the sentiment is just beautiful. Yay. All right, everybody, it is time for a giveaway. What is the giveaway going to be today? Let's see, what can we give away? How about, you know what we'll give away?
No.
We're going to give away the Favorite Things 6x6 paper pack. Sherry W. Sherry W. No last name? Sherry W. You are the winner of the Favorite Things 6x6 paper pack tonight. Yay, yay. All right, Sherry, I need you to do me a favor, please, and send your complete name. Like, if you can actually give me your last name, that'd be great. Give me your full name. And send your address also to customer service at ldrscreative.com, and we will get your Favorite Things 6x6 paper pack shipped out to you right away. Yay! Congratulations, and thank you so much for playing along. All right, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the paper piecing. I hope you enjoyed the card, and just kind of having a little bit of fun with some of the, I guess you could call them maybe scrapbooking dies, because they're a little bit larger, but they look fantastic on cards too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for being here. We will be back again next week, Thursday, same time, same place. Have a wonderful evening and a fantastic weekend. Until then, bye for now.